Hey, what is up, tech enthusiasts? BoHD here, and I have two of the all-new Apple iPhones. They are the latest and greatest from Apple, and probably will be for the next year. So let's put them head-to-head to see just how similar they are. Now, the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus are two almost identical devices, so I want to focus primarily on the differences between these two iPhones by first taking a look at the hardware. If we take a look around the two devices, on the left-hand side, we will find the silent toggle on-off switch above the volume controls, the power sleep on-off button and SIM card slot on the right-hand side with nothing on the top, and then the speaker grill, lightning port, and 3.5mm headphone jack down below. On the front of both of these iPhones, we will find the 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera and ambient light sensor with the classic iPhone home button down below that also doubles as a fingerprint scanner. If we flip these phones over, we will find the protruding 8 megapixel camera and dual LED flash. The only real difference here is that on the iPhone 6 Plus, we have an 8 megapixel camera sensor that also has optical image stabilization built in, whereas the iPhone 6 just has your standard 8 megapixel camera sensor. Both iPhones do feature a very premium aluminum back cover with rounded edges, but I definitely say it's much harder to hold the iPhone 6 Plus in one hand because it's just so dang slippery. The curved edges are nice and form-fitting, but it's really hard to get a good grip on either of these devices. And since the form factor of the iPhone 6 Plus is so much bigger, it's naturally going to be even more slippery. And really the form factor is the main differentiating feature between the iPhone 6 Plus and the iPhone 6. On the iPhone 6, we have a 4.7-inch 1334 by 750 resolution display, while on the 6 Plus, we have a 5.5-inch 1080p panel. And while the 5.5-inch display isn't really all that big, it's the bezels around the display that really makes the iPhone 6 Plus such a massive device. The iPhone 6 Plus is essentially just a scaled-up version of the iPhone 6, and Apple didn't tweak any of the bezel dimensions to make it smaller in the hands. It still has relatively thick bezels on either side, and on the top and bottom there's quite a lot of space for the home button and front-facing camera. It could definitely be slimmed down significantly to better allow for one-handed use. But that's really one of the main areas of concern because iOS 8 is going to look very similar on either of these two devices. There's a neat little double tap feature that lets you double tap the home button to lower the screen and effectively reach all the different areas of the display. It definitely works well, but when it comes to typing texts or messages, if you have average sized hands like me, it's still going to be problematic typing one-handed on the iPhone 6 Plus, especially since the device is, like I said, so dang slick. It's hard to reach around it without it moving around. So it's predominantly going to be a two-handed device. But I really do love how it looks running iOS 8. Everything looks to be much more spread out and less congested, definitely more so than the iPhone 6. I mentioned in my first impressions that the iPhone 6 Plus is like the middle ground between the standard iPhone 6 and iPad mini, and yeah, I still believe that. It's nice. Now that's not to say that the iPhone 6 is too congested. In fact, it has an excellent form factor. Some would say the perfect size. And if you want to use your phone with one hand, then yeah, the iPhone 6 is the perfect size, as you can effectively text and navigate the device with one hand. The display isn't quite as densely packed with pixels as the larger iPhone, but honestly, you probably couldn't tell the difference. Both displays look really nice. Once again, it really just depends on whether or not you want a big or bigger display. Now, the other main difference between these two smartphones has to do with the camera. The iPhone 6 Plus has an 8 megapixel camera sensor with optical image stabilization, while the iPhone 6 has an 8 megapixel camera sensor without OIS. Will this make much of a difference? Honestly, no, it really won't. With the iPhone 6 Plus, you'll be able to capture more crisp pictures of moving objects, and it will reduce blur if you tend to be shaky when capturing a picture. It will also be able to capture low-light images a little bit better than the iPhone 6, but as you can see, both of these cameras capture fantastic pictures. All around, both versions of the iPhone 6 do a great job. The last really key difference between the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus is the battery. Since the iPhone 6 Plus is bigger, it's able to fit a larger 2915 mAh battery that just kicks ass over the 1810 mAh battery on the iPhone 6. Now with the iPhone 6, I can get a full day of heavy use out of it, leaving me with about 20% of battery life remaining, so it's certainly not bad, and considering just how thin the iPhone 6 is, it's incredible how a battery of this size is so capable. But with the iPhone 6 Plus, I can get nearly 2 days of moderate to heavy use, which is awesome. I still charge my device every night due to habit mostly, but I usually end my day with around 50% of battery life remaining, which is pretty darn impressive. But overall, size matters when it comes to these two iPhones. It really does. If you're planning on buying the larger iPhone just because it has a larger battery and optical image stabilization, don't. Or at least think twice about it. Those are nice additions, but as you can see, they really don't add that much. I think you should really get the iPhone 6 Plus for the larger display. If you don't care about one-handed use and want a larger display to watch movies and surf the web, then you should get the iPhone 6 Plus because it's massive. But if you're looking for a good-sized phone that you can operate with one hand, then get the classic iPhone 6. It's really going to be the perfect size for most people. I mean, size matters, as you can see, and so that is my take on the two iPhone size variations. Let me know what your thoughts are of the two iPhone 6 variants by leaving me a comment down below. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. It really does help show your support. But with that said, as always, I'm BoHD from How To and More. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.